Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara and today we're going to be going over what are you teaching based on your ninth house. So I did a video already called Who Are You Learning From based on your ninth house, and today we're going to be going over what are you teaching based on your ninth house. Now if you guys are interested in the Who Are You Learning From video based on your ninth house, I will attach it here in the description box below, so be sure to check that video out. In general, the ninth house does signify a lot of things, but the ninth house overall is all about learning and teaching. So in today's video, we'll be going over what can you guys potentially teach based on the sign you guys have in your ninth house. So let's go ahead and jump into it. This time we're going to be going by the elements. So starting with the fire signs. So let's say you guys have Sagittarius in the ninth house. The ninth house is overall the house for Sagittarius. Well, in this particular case, what you guys are going to be teaching is going to be anything to do with Sagittarius types of topics. So perhaps you guys are going to be interested in teaching about travel, in teaching about religion, and teaching about philosophies even. Overall, because the ninth house deals with learning and teaching, same thing with the Sagittarius energy. It's all about learning and teaching. So perhaps whatever you guys have learned, you guys might have an interest in teaching exactly this. Maybe you guys develop some sort of new belief system, some sort of new philosophy, and then you guys teach this as well. Sagittarius can also sometimes deal with spirituality in general. So perhaps there's something here where you guys teach about spirituality as well. So these are a few things that you guys might be teaching if you guys have Sagittarius occupying your ninth house. If you have Leo occupying your ninth house, well, in this particular case, you guys might, let's say, teach about acting, being on a stage, developing your confidence to be seen. Maybe you guys are going to be teaching about love, dating, and relationships. Maybe it deals with anything to do with creativity. So maybe you guys do some sort of creativity workshop. Obviously, as usual, it depends on the rest of the energies in your natal chart to see how this is going to play out. But these could be some things that you guys are teaching. Maybe you guys are working with children. Let's say you guys are a teacher for children. I was even psychically seeing, let's say, somebody who is a yoga teacher for kids. So this could be something that you guys are teaching as well. Maybe you guys are gifted at working with children and teaching children. And maybe you guys are, let's say, an elementary school teacher, a preschool teacher, with that Leo occupying the ninth house. The Leo energy can sometimes deal with entrepreneurship as well. And Leo also, on their own, the energy can also deal with teaching because it deals with being seen. So perhaps there's something here where you guys teach about entrepreneurship. Maybe you guys are very funny. So maybe you guys teach, let's say, comedy classes and how to maybe be a stand-up comedian or maybe even improv. So anything in this Leo realm of creativity, being seen, being on some sort of stage, and even performance, maybe you guys are teaching this if you have Leo occupying your ninth house. If you have Aries occupying your ninth house, well, in this particular case, you guys are teaching people how to be the best, how to be number one. This could very much be that motivational energy. So there could be something here where you guys are motivating people, maybe even in athletics. Maybe you guys are a personal trainer or someone who is a coach, really pushing people to their limit to see how far they could go, because that Aries energy, again, is all about being number one. It's all about being the best. So this could manifest maybe in the area of athletics, for example. This could be, let's say, a gym teacher, or in general, maybe you guys are an entrepreneur and you guys are teaching people how to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you guys are a manager. Maybe you're a team lead. Maybe you guys train people. For example, let's say you guys work at a job and you guys are the team lead and you guys are training people for the role. It could manifest in this way as well. So these are a few things you guys might be teaching if you guys have Aries occupying that ninth house. Next, let's look at the water signs. So for those of you who have Pisces occupying your ninth house, what are some things that you guys might be teaching people? Well, Pisces deals with spirituality, the metaphysical world, the unseen realms. It can deal with romance as well. So obviously depends on the rest of the energies in your natal chart, but the overall idea here is you guys might teach people, let's say, about spirituality, maybe about metaphysics. Maybe you guys are a metaphysician. Maybe you guys teach people about tarot cards and oracle cards and the spiritual world overall, and the spiritual laws of the universe. For those of you who have Pisces occupying your ninth house, maybe you guys teach people, let's say, about film or theater, even with Pisces in that ninth house. Pisces does very well on a screen. So once again, it depends on the rest of the energies in your natal chart to see how this is going to play out. But yes, it could be this. Maybe you guys teach people about film or how to be on a screen, or, you know, the angles and photography even, and how to get the good angles and the lighting and all these things. That's very much the Piscean domain. Maybe how to record a video to get the best lighting, to get the best outcome even. for Pisces in that ninth house. Pisces in the ninth house, because it is a vast energy, it can deal with romance as well. So depending on the rest of the energies in your natal charts, maybe you guys write, for example, maybe you guys are romantics at heart, so maybe you guys write about poetry, or maybe you guys write longer types of novels, really anything to do with the imagination and creativity. And maybe because you guys do this, maybe you guys teach that as well. I mean, it could manifest in this way as well. Maybe you guys are in the healing world with Pisces occupying that ninth house, and you guys are teaching people about healing modalities, energy work, energy healing, all of these things with Pisces occupying that ninth house. So these are a few things that you guys might be teaching for those of you who have Pisces occupying the ninth house. If you have Scorpio occupying the ninth house, well, some things that you guys might be teaching here could be Scorpio types of things. So for example, maybe it's astrology, maybe it's anything to do with the occult world. Maybe you guys are a metaphysician. You guys are teaching people about metaphysics and the unseen realms and the things that most people maybe don't talk about in the day-to-day. Now, that being said, you guys will never shy away from talking about taboo topics. So maybe you guys are going to teach about taboo topics, for example, with Scorpio in that ninth house. Maybe you guys might even teach people about true crime, and you guys might talk about these things or something you guys may have discovered in this realm. It could be this. Also, with Scorpio occupying that 8th house, honestly, it deals with sex, death, rebirth, joint finances, taxes, and the occult. So there's a lot of things you guys might cover, let's say in terms of teaching. Maybe you guys teach about sex, for example, or sexual energy, or just like sexual health overall, or sexual magic. Honestly, it is on such a huge range for that Scorpio energy. Maybe some of you guys, let's say, work in an obituary, and you guys, let's say, are a mortician. Maybe you guys teach people about this. It could be this for the Scorpio and the ninth house energy. You guys could also teach people about finances and about money and about investments and all about how money works and the energy aspect of things when it comes to money. Absolutely could be this for those of you who have Scorpio occupying that ninth house. Maybe you guys teach people about energy work, energy healing, anything to do with energy overall. What is energy? How can you work with energy? What's happening here really? So these are a few ways that this energy could manifest in terms of what you guys are teaching if you have Scorpio occupying that ninth house. Next, we have Cancer occupying the ninth house. So for those of you who have Cancer occupying the ninth house, some things you guys could be teaching could be anything to do with the Cancer type of realm. So perhaps you guys maybe teach about home renovations. Now keep in mind, obviously depends on the rest of the energies in your natal chart. This is a general video, but it could be this maybe. Let's say you guys teach people about home renovations or how to make their homes look nice. Let's say it's staging, maybe something even to do with real estate. Once again, depending on the rest of the energies in your natal chart. Also with that Cancer in the ninth house, perhaps you guys teach people about feelings, about emotions, about their intuition, about getting in tune with their feelings and their emotions. Also, all of the water energies in general can be creative because this could be an outlet for their feelings and emotions. So perhaps you guys are teaching people how to be creative by channeling those feelings and emotions in a creative sort of realm. It could be this for Cancer in that ninth house. Cancer can also deal with family and family affairs. So again, depending on the rest of the energies in your natal charts, maybe this could be someone who teaches about, let's say, family therapy or is like a family counselor or something of this sort. It could manifest in this way as well. So these are a few things that you guys might be teaching for those of you who have Cancer occupying the ninth house. Next, let's go ahead and jump into the earth signs. So for those of you who have Capricorn occupying your ninth house, what is it that you guys could be teaching? Well, Capricorn is that boss energy. So perhaps you guys are literally teaching people how to be a boss. Maybe you guys are teaching people all about discipline, how to be disciplined, how to go after their goals, how to create that plan. Also, this energy could very much be that mentorship type of energy. So maybe you guys achieve something, for example, in your lives in terms of your own status, because Capricorn is all about status as well. And also wealth, of course, because those two kind of go hand in hand. And now maybe you guys are teaching other people, or maybe you're mentors to other people, how to achieve this exact thing. I mean, it could manifest in this way as well. Now, speaking of wealth and finances and status, maybe you guys are teaching people how to manage their money or how to build, maybe how to, let's say, expand even their businesses, for example, how to even be an entrepreneur, or even how to network, for example. Let's say you guys climb the ladder in terms of the corporate structure. Well, in this particular case, by climbing the ladder in the corporate structure, maybe you guys are high up in a company and now you guys are teaching others how to achieve this exact thing. I can very much see this energy manifesting into those people who go to conferences, they do the workshops, or they're on that stage speaking about either the company or their own business. These types of affairs, absolutely, these could be some things that you guys are teaching teaching with Capricorn in that ninth house. Also, one more thing that I want to mention is Capricorn has an excellent work ethic. So perhaps you guys are teaching people how to have this excellent work ethic if you guys have Capricorn in the ninth house. So these are a few things that you guys might be teaching for those of you who have Capricorn occupying the ninth house. If you have Virgo occupying your ninth house, well, in this particular case, Virgo is that perfectionist. So you guys might be teaching people how to be perfectionists, how to really pay attention to detail, to be the best perhaps even at their jobs, or let's say their roles that they are participating in. It could be this. Maybe you guys work, let's say, in some sort of field that really requires a lot of attention to detail. Maybe let's say you guys are an accountant. Maybe you guys are in the health industry. Maybe you're a surgeon or something of this sort, and you guys are teaching others how to prosper in this exact same field because of the attention to detail. That's that Virgo in the ninth house energy. So you guys are really teaching people how to basically pay attention to the details, to the small things. This could also be someone who is, let's say, like a video editor or a film editor or something of this sort, even like an editor in terms of like grammar and in the journalism world, or like publishing or something of this sort. So maybe you guys are teaching others this exact same thing, how to be in this world. I mean, honestly, it can manifest so many different ways. It depends on the rest of the combinations in your natal charts, but this is the overall idea here. Now, Virgo can absolutely deal with health, healing, and being of service. So maybe you guys are teaching people all about the health world, all about the healing world. Maybe you guys are a personal trainer and you guys are very specific about your diets and you guys do meal plans, and this is what you teach others, how to create their own meal plans, or how to really focus on a certain type of diet, maybe for a certain type of person. It could be this. Maybe you guys are assisting people in this realm. Maybe anything honestly to do with health. Maybe you guys are like really well researched or read in this area, and then in this particular case, because you guys maybe did so much research about this topic, you guys are able to deliver that information in a way that might be digestible to others, maybe who don't want to spend so much time researching and reading information, for example. Maybe then you guys are able to teach people this information that you guys have learned. It could be this for Virgo in the ninth house. Now, also, Virgo can deal with pets as well, or maybe you guys are like a veterinarian, or you guys work with animals or pets or something of this sort, and then maybe you guys teach others how to work in this exact same field, or maybe whatever you guys learned, let's say about your pets or about animals, and then you kind of deliver this information to the world. So these are a few things that could take place in terms of what you guys are teaching for those of you who have Virgo occupying your ninth house. If you have Taurus in the ninth house, well, in this particular case, some things that you guys might be teaching others could be anything to do with Taurus types of things. So this could perhaps deal with money, how to make money, anything really to do with money, not just how to make money, but how money works, maybe how the financial systems work, maybe diversifying your portfolio, having multiple streams of income, all about investments. I can really see this manifesting into that way. Maybe there is something going on where you guys know a lot of side hustles and these types of things, and then you guys assist others in terms of starting their own side hustle. I mean, honestly, it can manifest many, many different ways. It really depends on the rest of the energies in the natal chart. But overall, you guys are learning all about money because it's the ninth house. And then if you guys so choose to, you guys can teach others all about money and how to make money, how money works, and all of these things. Maybe even how money is an energy, for example. To me, a lot of the time, the Taurus energy, because the energy is a feminine sign, well, in this particular case, it can deal a lot with feminine energy. This is regardless of what gender you were born into. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So perhaps there's something going on here where you guys learn that hack energetically about, you know, the feminine energy and how to receive, and in general about how much money you guys make is contingent upon your ability to receive. I mean, this is definitely part of the story. The other part of the story here, connecting it back to the Taurus energy, it deals with self-love, self-esteem, believing in the self. So maybe there's something here where you guys connect the whole story in terms of the ability to receive, yes, but also how much you guys think your time and energy is worthy as well. Maybe this is something that you guys have overcome yourselves, and now you guys are teaching others perhaps how to really love themselves and understand that their time and energy is worthy and worthy of abundance. For example, how much time and energy you put into something versus how much money you get back. I mean, sometimes it takes a lot of deprogramming to get there, depending on your financial upbringing and your belief systems connected to this, which, by the way, I'm not a psychologist. That's always one of my disclaimers. But there could be something going on here with this where you guys make that connection, you overcome it yourselves, and now perhaps you are teaching others. So it could be this, it could just be finances overall. It could deal with building something. Taurus is all about, quote unquote, building a legacy. So maybe you guys have done this, and maybe now you guys are teaching others how to do the same. And also because it does deal with self-love and self-worth and really learning to love the self. Maybe you guys overcome this as well. And then maybe you guys, let's say, become a self-love coach, or maybe you guys find a different expression for this in terms of what to call it exactly, but maybe you guys assist others in terms of falling in love with themselves and how to master self-love and the self-esteem and really the self-worth as well. So these are a few things that can take place in terms of what you guys might be teaching for those of you who have Taurus in the 9th house. Next, let's look at the air signs, starting with Aquarius. So for those of you who have Aquarius occupying your 9th house, some things you guys might be teaching others could be anything to do with, let's say, the tech industry, AI, startups even. Maybe it's something to do with the internet overall, coding, computers. It could be anything in this realm. Also, Aquarius in the 9th could be teaching others about astrology. Maybe you guys are going to teach people about math or science, for example, with Aquarius occupying that 9th house. Also, Aquarius deals with philanthropy and humanitarianism. So maybe there's an issue or like a social issue that you guys are super passionate about, and then you guys teach people about this, or you guys raise awareness about this, kind of like a social activist. It could manifest in this way as well for those of you who have Aquarius occupying the 9th house, or any sort of humanitarian type of issue. You guys might be passionate about it, and then you guys might be teaching others about this exact same thing as well. Now, Aquarius can also deal with friendships, yes, although personally I find Aquarius deals with higher-minded friendships in terms of people connecting together for some sort of higher cause or higher mission, communities in this way. So perhaps this is what you guys teach people about. You guys teach people about coming together for some sort of higher-minded cause, higher-minded mission, something to help the collective and propel the collective forward. That's very much that Aquarius energy. So these are a few things that you guys could be teaching for those of you who have Aquarius occupying the 9th house. If you have Libra occupying the 9th house, what are some things that you guys could be teaching? Well, Libra deals with beauty, it deals with relationships, it deals with friendships, it deals with negotiations even. So you guys could be teaching anything in this realm. Maybe you guys are in the fashion industry, maybe you guys are in the beauty industry, maybe you guys do those makeup tutorials with Libra in the 9th house. Maybe you guys do fashion tutorials of how to put clothes together to look cute. It could be this for Libra in the 9th house. Maybe you guys are in the legal world. So maybe you guys teach people about the legal world and what it's like to work in this world. I mean, obviously it depends on the rest of the energies in the natal chart to see how this is going to play out. But this is the overall idea here for the Libra energy in the 9th house. Also, maybe deals with, let's say, someone who works in the marriage world, for example. So like, let's say, something to do with like marriage contracts, divorce contracts, for example, something to do with teaching people maybe about certain loopholes or things that they don't know about when it comes to this realm. It could be this, for example, for Libra in the 9th house. Also, Libra in the 9th house, maybe you guys are in the legal world in terms of like, let's say you're a lawyer. Maybe you guys are teaching people what it's like to be a lawyer. Let's say you guys do those day-to-day videos and you guys show people a day in the life of. It could be this, for example, for Libra in the 9th house. Also, Libra in the 9th house in terms of marriages could deal with, let's say, wedding planning. So maybe you guys are, let's say, a wedding planner, and now you guys teach people about this as well. It could be this. Also, it could be, let's say you guys are overall an event planner. That's very much that Libra vibe. Like, they are very much about hosting parties, bringing people together. That's the vibe with the Libra energy. So maybe you guys teach others how to bring people together, how to host events, how to create events, all of these wonderful things. So this could also be another way that this energy manifests for the Libra energy. Sometimes with Libra, I find them also to be interested, let's say, in PR, for example. So maybe you guys are in this world as well, and then you teach others how to be in this world as well. So these are a few things that could take place in terms of what you guys could be teaching if you have Libra occupying the 9th house. If you have Gemini occupying the 9th house, some things you guys could be teaching people could be anything to do with Gemini types of things. So perhaps it deals with communication. Maybe it's writing, usually shorter form writing I find with Gemini. So maybe you guys teach people how to write an article. Maybe you guys are in the journalism world, for example, or a short story or a short film. Or maybe you guys teach people about social media as well with that Gemini energy occupying the 9th house, how to use social media. Maybe you guys are very good at picking up on the algorithms, for example, and then you guys teach people this with Gemini in that 9th house. Now, the Gemini energy can also deal with marketing and sales. So maybe you guys teach people all about marketing, all about sales, how to sell something. for example. Honestly, if you think about it, even if you're going to an interview, for example, you're still trying to sell yourself to the other person, market yourself to the other individual. So the Gemini in the ninth house individual could perhaps assist you guys with, let's say, interview prep, how to market yourselves. It could be this, or maybe overall you guys do marketing for a company. The Gemini in the ninth house individual can assist you with this as well. So these are some things that could take place for the Gemini in the ninth house energy. Now, Gemini can also deal with cars. Mercury can deal with cars. So maybe the Gemini in the ninth house individual obviously depends on the rest of the energies in the natal chart to see how this is going to play out. It's not going to be the same thing for everybody, but another example of this energy could be, let's say you guys work with cars, you have Gemini in the ninth house, maybe you guys teach people about cars, maybe you guys teach people how to drive, for example, with this energy. Maybe you guys teach people about the road tests, you know, depends where you guys are in the world and what those regulations are, how to get your driver's license. But it could be this for Gemini in the ninth house. I mean, honestly, this energy can manifest many different ways, but this is the overall idea for some things you guys could teach for those of you who have Gemini occupying the ninth house. So my dear friends, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I do hope you guys enjoyed my video on what you guys could be teaching based on your ninth house. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you all have a beautiful rest of the day.